Well, I have a problem. It rode up my butt and gave me camel toe, so. Today is a real life reset. Cooking a meal for the neighbors, making returns, 5-minute peach jam. So good. And turning the house into fall. Come spend the day with me. Apron's on, let's go. So first thing I'm gonna do this morning is work on tonight's dinner. I'm making 2 dinners. One other dinner is for a family in our neighborhood. The mom just had surgery, so this will be a big help for her. And my friend Wendy and I, hi Wendy, she lives across the street. We're gonna put this dinner together. I'm doing the main dish, which is Jana's roast. So I'm doing the roast and mashed potatoes, and Wendy is putting together a fruit salad and a Caesar salad. So let's get going on the roast. The best roast for this recipe is a chuck roast. And for this roast, we're gonna mix together some packets of ranch buttermilk dressing, Italian salad dressing, and brown gravy. I'm using 3 tablespoons. You mix that all together with a 1/2 cup of water. Pour that all over your roast, cover, and cook on low. I'd like to cook it between 8 to 10 hours. It just falls apart and it's absolutely delicious. I do need to run over to my neighbor's house. They're on vacation and I just have to water their beautiful flowers and their vegetable garden. So as you can see, they're growing zucchini and tomatoes. Oh my gosh, I love a yummy fresh garden tomato. They taste so good. So it looks like she's growing some little Romas and some tomatillos. And on the vine here growing are pumpkins. Look at this one. And this right here are watermelons. How cute. And then look, cantaloupe. And she has some kale. Yum. But look how beautiful. She said I could share this. She definitely has a green thumb and I don't have that. So Derek just came home with a few treats. These are kolaches.
It's one of my favorites, the sausage and gravy literal. And the breading is amazing.
It smells really good.
And then this one is your sausage, egg, and jalapeno. And then this one is more of like a lunch, dinner type one. It's the Texas one, so it's got smoked sausage with cheese and jalapeno.
Oh my gosh. Boston's like, give it, give it.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. And these are more the fruit ones. The cream cheese with raspberry, peach, and then a mixed berry.
So it's not so much that this is like a donut, because this is like a bread dough.
It's a certain type
or
of...
like a pastry. It's more bread.
Yeah, it's a kolache.
I don't know what a kolache is.
It's what they're called, kolaches. So It's a certain type of bread.
And where is this located?
American Fork.
Well, cool. Thank you, Derek. So I'm going to take a moment, get some things put together to head out to some stores to make some returns. Recently, I went to a fun networking event with my friend Becky, put on by my really good friend Jordan Page. And the theme of the party was based off of the play Wicked. So I had to find a green or an emerald green outfit. And now I have all of these Amazon returns that I need to do. So now I am matching the outfits with the bags they were in and gathering the return receipts. One of them was this. There was this one, but it was like more of a wrap than a dress, but it was beautiful. But if I wore it, the chances of me popping out of it and my dress falls off was like highly probable. There was this jumpsuit. Would have looked good if I was taller. It made me look like a genie by the bottom of my ankles. And I almost wore this that night, but I almost went with this dress. So it would have been between the jumper and this one if the dress that I did wear to the event didn't work out. So there was this dress. My friend Sarah had it on and it looked great on her. And there was another jumper in there that was the wrong one that they sent me. And I was hoping that it worked, but it didn't. It rode up my butt and gave me camel toe. So, yeah. So that was obviously not gonna work. So what did I end up wearing? It was a button-down ruched shirt dress. It was satin, short sleeve, V-neck. Oh my gosh, I loved this dress. I did not think it was gonna look good on me. I didn't think it was gonna work out, and it did, and I'm so happy. All right, so now all the outfits are in their bags that they came in, or if I couldn't find one, they're in a Ziploc bag with their receipts. And I have these 2 bags, one from Ross and one from TJ Maxx that I need to go return. There's a clutch bag and some shoes. And I'm heading into Kohl's to make this return. All right, that was easy. Never done that before, which is weird. I order a lot of things off of Amazon, but I never return anything. But I don't really order clothes off of Amazon, like at all. I'll order like costumes and things and they always work out. When I got there was only one person in line and they were just finishing up. And when I was done, which didn't take long, she was really fast, There was a big line behind me, so I'm so glad that that didn't take long. They're going to be swarmed with green clothes. I bet for the last, I don't know how many weeks, they've been swarmed probably with green clothing. And they're probably like, what the heck is going on in this region of Utah? Would they even notice? So now I just have to head to TJ Maxx in Ross. TJ Maxx, done. Ross, done. All right, it's September, which means it is now time to start decorating for the fall. All right, I'm down in the basement. I've already pulled out the fall decorating bins. The way that we organized the basement made it so easy to pull out these bins. And speaking of organizing, I have something really cool to share with you. There's an online event coming up real soon that's basically like the Super Bowl of home organization. It's the Get Organized HQ Virtual Summit. I was asked to present again at the conference, which I was so thankful. It starts on September 8th and goes through to the 13th. There are sessions on home organization, decluttering, meal planning, routines, cleaning, time management, self-care, oh my gosh, and so much more. And my session is on real-life pantry organization systems that stretch your food and budget. And it's presented on Monday, September 8th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So I have a free ticket for you to claim in the description box where you can watch all of those sessions, like over 100. And if you want lifetime access to watch it later, there is an option for you to grab the VIP All Access Pass. I can't wait to watch some of my favorite people that I've enjoyed over the years here on YouTube are presenting. So it's exciting and I'm glad to be a part of it and I hope to see you there. All right, let me show you how I decorated the house for fall. Let's start with my favorite section, the entryway. So I have two really nice fall wreaths and I needed one more for this front door. And this I made. It was a wreath I already had and I just added some fall twigs in. I have a ton of fall floral, so I knew I didn't need to go out and buy anything. And I liked the way that it turned out. It worked out really good. So here in the corner by the window, I put our corner shelf in. It's normally in the family room. And I just added some fun fall decor in. I love all the orange and yellow. And here is the buffet table here in the entryway. The window frame with the wreath, that used to be over on the table in the family room. And I moved it in here because this space needed a big focal point since the picture of Jesus is not here right now. So I have a lot of pumpkins and a lot of gnomes and I love this sign, Snuggle Season. It reminds me of my favorite fall phrase, sweater weather. Sweater weather. He's so funny. All right, on this tier tray, I just put some really fun small knickknacks. Some of these items I got at Michael's and Dollar Tree. Oh man, all over the place. And in this section, I just focused on gnomes and orange pumpkin floral. And I love the way that it looks. It is so warm and inviting. All right, out here on the porch, I replaced our 4th of July fake flowers with fall fake flowers. I'll have a link of these for you down below, but they are UV protectant and outside protectant fake flowers, and we love them. They look so real. I just love how they look. And then on the porch, I have my outdoor orange pillows, and then on the table, just a really heavy pumpkin so it won't blow away there on the table. And then on the door is a Hello Fall sign. Now back inside, let's go into the kitchen. Here in my kitchen, above my little hutch, I left the same cutting board that I've had there all year, but I added with it a pumpkin cutting board that I have. And then, of course, more gnomes, and then this owl candle warmer, and it's just so cute. I didn't do a ton in the kitchen. In the cooking area above the fridge, I added the red truck painting that I've had forever and then this give thanks sign. But on the laundry room door here in the kitchen, the basement door, and the bathroom door, I put these little fall wreaths that you see on the back of our dining room table chairs. And the wreath, I believe I got at Joann's like years ago. And our dining room table, the centerpiece is just a candle with fall decor in this like black bowl. It was okay by itself, but adding it into this like black bowl just made it better. I don't know, it just made it pop. The placemats and the chargers and the plates are all from Hobby Lobby that I snagged last year. The last thing in the kitchen leading into the family room are the bookcases behind the couch. I just added my black checkered runner, and on the shelves I just added a few little knickknacks, and that's that. I love how it turned out. And then here in the family room on this table is just simple with some frames that I've had forever and some pumpkins and another candle warmer. Underneath is the wagon that I got from at home last year. I just filled it with some pumpkins that I had and a ton of floral that I had. I did this last year in the home and I just loved how it turned out. On the couches, I have these fall pillows. I can't remember where I got them from, but if you watch last year's fall decorating video, I think I say where I got them from. Now the entertainment center I am still working on. There's not a whole lot I can do here because you'll block the speakers and it's a thing. So I just have these glass jars with some floral, but I'm working on right here, as you can see, it's a mess. I'm working on the Halloween village that is here in the corner. It does take a while to set up. I'm almost done with it. The only thing that I'm setting up for Halloween is the village. And then in a few weeks, all of Halloween will go up. So I wasn't going to put it here because the dog's crates are right here and I have the corner shelf that's in the entryway now here. And I was like, oh, I don't want to move the dog's crates. But we did. We moved the crates upstairs because I didn't like how I had the village set up in the entryway. So on this metal shelf, I have 4 shelves. I like how vertical it is. But on the buffet table, there's no vertical space, so I had to create it. So I went around my house, went in the basement, went and looked for things that could create vertical space. And I had these baskets on here, and then I put like the lid to this metal basket that I have on top to make it even. I was like, okay, maybe I'll do that. So I laid the black sheets that I used as a background with the metal shelf, used it as a tablecloth for the buffet table. So I covered the buckets up with some more of that sheet, and then I started putting down the styrofoam pieces to put on it. Then I started adding in the big figurines for the village. And I even had them plugged in and everything because I have to figure out how wires are going to reach and all that. So I was trying really hard to create vertical space. So the center of the buffet table needed to be higher. I got it to this point. It wasn't fully done yet. There was so much more to add. And I had it like that for a week. And it was just rubbing me the wrong way. And I'm like, nope, I can't do it. We're going to have to bring in the shelf and the dogs are going to have to move to another spot. And thank goodness, because I just love having it on this shelf. So more Halloween decor is coming in a few weeks. In my last home reset video, I shared with you what I'm doing to alleviate some stress and anxiety. And that's with doing puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. Well, I have a problem. I'm highly addicted now. Yes, I am highly stressed right now. But it may have a little bit to do with my ADHD, where we hyper-focus in one area. I could be spending anywhere from $10 to close to $30 on some of these puzzles. And let's not go into debt to alleviate stress, to make more stress. Well, I went to a few DIs to find some puzzles. Now I know that getting your puzzles at a secondhand store, I could be missing 1 or 2 pieces. Sure, I'm gonna take that gamble. I did appreciate where someone donated a puzzle and they did write on the box missing 2 pieces, because you know going in and there's no complete letdown. I did 2 different hauls and I'm gonna put in the corner of the screen a tag that says how much I saved by buying it at the DI versus going online or going into the store and grabbing it. You guys, I saved a ton. For $2, this Back to the Past puzzle, and this is a 750 piece puzzle. I've never done a 750. So this is Car Wash Saturday. This is from Sherlock, the Hometown Collection, 1,000 piece puzzle. And this one was $2. I actually got 2 glow-in-the-dark puzzles, so I'm really intrigued by this. And I like to do puzzles at night, so I'll actually be able to see it, glowing. This is by Masterpieces. This was $1. This is from Seiko, Paws Gone Wild. Oh my gosh, how fun. Shaylee will love doing this one with me. And this one was $2. Here's the other glow-in-the-dark one. Oh, I love the Victorian look. This is from Empire. This was also $2. From Haven Light, the painting Perfect Love by Del Parson. This was only $1.50. Love that. From the Jigsaw Puzzle Factory, this is Cityscapes, and this is $2. I think this is from Hollis Finish, and this was $2. I did snag 3 Christmas puzzles. This is from Thomas Kincaid, and this is also from Seiko, and this was $2. Another one from Thomas Kincaid from Seiko. This was $3. Interesting. From Puzzle Magic, this is Midnight Singers, and this was $2. From Masterpieces, this is Green Acres, and this was $1.50, and this is a 300 piece. From the Vivid Collection, this is Carousel de Paris, and this was $2. This is from the art gallery of Chuck Pinson. This is by Masterpieces, and this was $3. That sunset is beautiful. This is Darrell Bush, his painting, and this was $2. Shaylee wanted to do this one too. From Mega Puzzles, look at that fall landscape. Wow. This was $1.50. And from Scenic Selections, this rustic old house, and this was only 75 cents. Okay, friends, I scored on these 4. They were never opened. Still in their package, everything. So 4 brand new puzzles for so cheap. And 2 of them were the Thomas Kincaid. Yeah, score. That was awesome. Here's the rest of them all stacked in the corner here. The retail value of these came to $267.48. And I spent what? $31.75. That is amazing. So I saved $235.23. I did the nice Victorian house glow-in-the-dark puzzle. It doesn't glow. So I don't know if it sits too long, if it doesn't work, but it didn't work. The other glow-in-the-dark one, I highly doubt that it works. What are some things that you like to do to alleviate stress? I got a hankering for some peach jam, so that is what I'm making. I had about 4 peaches in my fridge that needed to be used up. So I peeled them, took the core out, chopped them up, and threw them in this pot. So what I did was I turned the heat on, I added in just a few drops of lemon juice, and about 3 big spoonfuls of sugar, and a few dashes of nutmeg. And now I'm just taking this really cool mallet that I have, and I'm like chopping up and stirring the peaches, breaking it down, and I'm gonna bring this to a boil and let it boil for a few minutes and let the natural pectins do their thing and just help thicken up this jam. This is so fast. You always think like making jam can be a process, and it can if you want to fill up jars, but I just want 1 container in the fridge because I'm about to make homemade bread and this is going to be so delicious with it. Okay, I'm adding it to a glass container and it's gonna cool down on the counter for a bit before I put it in the fridge. But look at that. Oh my gosh, it is delicious. So good. So now I'm working on the bread, and then just in a little bit I'll be working on the mashed potatoes for the roast. But I want to get 3 loaves of bread made. I wish I started this earlier in the day, so I'd love to have given a loaf to the family I'm making dinner for. But I'm getting this hurried and made, that way the dough can sit in a bowl and rise. Anywhere from like 40 minutes to an hour, just until it's double in size. And the recipe that I'm using is the Food Nanny recipe. It's a recipe I used for years. It's so delicious. If you'd like to see how I make this bread, click on the link in the description. So for the dinner, I'm using these aluminum loaf pans for the roast and for the mashed potatoes. They're a small family, so these loaf pans are a perfect size. So in this one, I have the roast beef already shredded, and I thickened up the gravy that was in the slow cooker and poured it over the roast beef. This gravy is delicious, you guys. And here are the mashed potatoes all whipped up in the pan. We're gonna get that covered. Here's the rest of the gravy that they could put on the roast and the mashed potatoes. And Wendy just came by and dropped off the Caesar salad, the fruit salad, and her homemade salsa. You guys, it is delicious. All right, everything is packed up and I'm heading over to go drop it off. Dinner was delicious. Jana's roast is always a hit in our home, and I always make sure I have all the ingredients for it. And here is the bread. So good. So while it's still warm, we always cut into a loaf, put some yummy salted butter on, and here is that peach jam. It is delicious, you guys. And then I did make some freezer strawberry jam. You're gonna see that in my next video. So we are having, basically for dessert, bread with jam. Oh, so good.